It was just the two of us. The silence in the apartment felt louder than ever. The kind of quiet that makes you aware of your own heartbeat. The rain outside tapped against the windows, soft but steady, and I remember thinking, it's too calm for what just happened. She stood near the mirror, her reflection trembling slightly in the fogged glass. I could see the way her shoulders rose and fell, how her breathing wasn't normal anymore. Mine wasn't either. We hadn't planned for this. None of it. Just a few minutes ago, everything was fine. We were laughing, joking, teasing each other like we always did. I made her coffee. She said it was too bitter. I laughed and told her to sweeten it with her smile. She rolled her eyes, pretending to be annoyed, but I knew she liked it. That's how we were, half laughter, half tension. But then, everything changed. It started when she went to the bathroom. She said she just needed a minute. But she didn't come out. 1 minute turned into 5, 5 into 10. I knocked, called her name, no answer. I tried to stay calm, telling myself maybe she was just on her phone or doing her makeup. But then I heard something. A sound soft, strange, like a whisper mixed with water dripping. My heart started racing. I knocked again. Harder this time. Still nothing. I don't know what pushed me, but I turned the handle. The door was unlocked. And that's when everything I thought I knew about her, about us, shattered in a single moment. The bathroom light flickered as I stepped inside. The air was thick, heavy with steam, but the water wasn't running. The mirror was fogged up, but there were shapes drawn on it. Lines. Circles. Words that looked like they were written with her finger. One of them said, "Don't follow me." She was standing there, barefoot, facing the wall, completely still. I said her name. No reaction. I took a step closer. The tiles under my feet were wet and cold, but there was no sign of spilled water. It didn't make sense. When I reached her, she turned slowly, like she'd been underwater and was just now breaking the surface. Her eyes, they weren't the same. There was fear, confusion, and something else, something I couldn't name. "What are you doing?" I whispered. She just looked at me. No blink. No answer. Then, softly, she said, "You shouldn't be here." That sentence still echoes in my head. I asked her what she meant, but she only shook her head. "He's still here," she said. I froze. "Who?" I asked. She didn't reply. Her gaze moved past me, toward the mirror. I turned around instinctively, but all I saw was my own reflection, distorted, stretched by the steam. But then, for a split second, I swear I saw another face behind mine. A shadow that moved when I didn't. I spun back to her, but she was gone. The space where she stood was empty. The door was closed again. I didn't even hear it shut. I tried to open it, but it wouldn't move. Locked from the inside. My hands were shaking now, my voice cracking as I called her name again and again. Then, suddenly, the light went out. Pitch black. Only the sound of water dripping. My phone flashlight barely worked, flickering in and out, but when it did, I saw something written on the mirror again. The steam had cleared enough for me to read it. It said, "Get out." And then I heard her voice right next to my ear, "Please, just leave." But she wasn't there. The door unlocked by itself. I stumbled out, slamming it behind me, gasping for air. My heart was pounding so loud I could barely think. When I turned around, the light in the bathroom flicked back on, and she was standing there again. Calm. Smiling. Like nothing had happened. She said, "You okay? You look like you saw a ghost." I didn't answer. I just stared at her, trying to understand what I'd seen. Had I imagined it? Was it the steam, the fear, my mind playing tricks on me? But then I noticed something that made my blood run cold. The mirror behind her, it was still fogged up. But written on it, clear as day, was one last word, "Run." I grabbed her hand, told her we had to go. She laughed at first, thought I was joking, but when she saw the look on my face, she stopped. We left the apartment that night and never went back. I tried to talk about it later, but she always changed the subject. She said she didn't remember anything, that she never wrote on the mirror, never said those words. But I know what I saw. I know what I heard. Weeks passed, and we started pretending like it never happened. But sometimes, when she walks past a mirror, I notice her hesitate for a second. like she's listening for something. Once, I caught her whispering under her breath, staring at her reflection. I couldn't hear the words, but I saw her lips move. He's still here. That was the last night I saw her. The next morning, her things were gone. No note. No message. Just gone. The only thing left behind was her toothbrush, and a single line written across the fogged mirror: "Don't look for me." I don't know if she left, or if something took her. But every time it rains, I still hear the water dripping. And, sometimes, in the silence of my apartment, when the lights flicker and I catch my reflection in the glass, I swear I see her standing behind me, smiling that same calm, unreal smile. Like she never left the bathroom.